In this video, I'm going to show you how to start an Airbnb business today without owning one single piece of property, or better yet, you don't even have to rent the property. Your first step is to check the city's regulations. All you're going to do is go on Google and type in Airbnb regulations in the city. Let's say we're looking up Jacksonville, Florida. Now, the first link that pops up usually is Airbnb. They've already checked and have already done the due diligence for you, so click that link and you'll be able to scroll down and you're going to be able to see the different regulations. There are loopholes in pretty much every city in America, so you can start Airbnb. Just pay attention to what they are. Your second step is, where are we going to find a property? You can go to Zillow.com, you can go to Facebook Marketplace, you can go to Craigslist, you can go to Realtor.com. For this video, I'm going to share with you what I would do. First step is I would go to Zillow.com. Now, when you're on Zillow.com, you're going to type the city that you just checked the regulations in the top left corner, okay? Jacksonville, Florida. It's going to pull up all the properties on the right-hand side that are for rent. You also want to put the filter in, and I usually stay between $1,500 a month and $5,000 a month. That way it weeds out all the junk, but it also has enough value to where people aren't trying to sell their property. That other filter that you want to put in is, you're going to see a button called More. When you click on that button, scroll down, and you're going to see an area where you can type in a keyword. I would type in furnished. The reason is because, again, if we don't want to put money out of pocket, why wouldn't we want to have a property that's already furnished, right? The other filter when you're on More, when you scroll down, is length of time the property's been listed. This is the golden nugget. When you're on there, scroll all the way down and you'll be able to place the property that's been listed for more than 24 months. So click on 24 months. The reason for this is, if you think about it, if you were a homeowner and you had a property listed on Zillow or on Craigslist or on any of these platforms and you were not able to rent the property for months, the homeowner has expenses, the taxes, the mortgage, right? All these expenses, and they are in pain. And the more pain they're in, the more likely they are to work with you, because we're solving the problem of them not being able to rent their property. So now, we have our property. The next step is we need to make sure that the money makes sense for us to work with that landlord. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to go set up an account for free on airdna.co. Once you have the property that you've selected on, once you've filtered it by furnished properties, property's been listed for 24 months, and you've got your range between $1,500 and $5,000 per month, you're going to take the address and you're going to put it in airdna.co. This is going to give us the revenue. What you want to do is you want to look at the annual revenue. Now, you're going to take that number and you're going to divide it by 12. That's going to give you the monthly revenue. Now, why this is important is so we know what the monthly revenue is, not yearly. But it's important also that I share with you that if a landlord were to rent this property, and let's say they were able to rent the property to a traditional tenant for, say, $2,500 a month, that's $30,000 per year. But if you look in AirDNA and it shows the revenue of $75,000 per year, then you know that the next step we're going to do is we're going to contact the landlord. And we're going to say to the landlord, you can find their contact information right there on Zillow. Mr. Landlord, I understand that your property's been listed for 77 days. I would like to work with you. Here's a little bit about what we do. We're a corporate leasing company and we would work with you directly. Now, I understand the property, you've been sitting on it for a long time, and I would like to make you an offer. Here's the deal. If you rent this property, Mr. Landlord, to a traditional tenant, you would get approximately $2,500 a month or $30,000 a year. But what if I was able to help bring in for you $74,000? Would I have your attention? Minus my commission, you and I can work together, and not only can the property be rented, but we can actually manage the entire property. You don't have to do a single thing, and you're going to make a lot more money because the numbers show that we can do much better on a short-term and a mid-term rental platform. That being said, I take 20%. Anything above the amount that you were actually looking for, I only take 20%. So if the property actually brings in $75,000 per year, my cut is only $15,000. So Mr. Landlord, you're normally only going to get $30,000 per year to rent this out. And my cut is $20,000. That's $50,000. But I'm going to tell you that the property brings in $75,000. So now you just made an additional $20,000 plus on your property, as well as we solve the problem that you're not able to rent the property. So can we put together a deal? Guys, you want to pitch it as an opportunity lost. Every day that that property is not listed, that homeowner is losing money. And so if you see in AirDNA that the property can bring in a potential revenue of, say, 75, give me an example, say it's 50,000, but the rent is only $1,500, right? Where they would only be able to rent the property for $1,500 normally to a traditional tenant, multiply that 1,500 times 12 months, and that's going to give you that number. Now AirDNA DNA says, okay, this property as a short-term rental could do this much per year. Well, that difference right there is what we want to go to a landlord and say, hey, listen, if you rent this out for $1,500 a month, you're only going to bring in, whatever it is, $17,000 some dollars. But what if I can manage the property completely, your hands off, and I can bring in $39,000 per year as opposed to your $20,000 that you're going to be able to get. Now, minus my commission, I run the property, you make more money, it's a win-win, and the property gets rented. Can we put together a deal? That's how you're going to pitch it. If you guys want to learn exactly how to do this, put the word Airbnb in comments and I'll reach out to you directly and I'll show you exactly how this game is played. It's unbelievable. It's a great way to get in with zero money invested. And really, to be honest, you don't need a whole lot of experience because it's a win-win for you and the landlord. They make more money, they are hands off, they get their property rented, and you get the commission on the deal. Follow me for more. My name is Mike. If you would do me a huge favor, if you got value in this video, take a second, thumbs up the video, and subscribe to the channel. My name is Investor Mike. I'm the #1 Airbnb coach in America right now, and I'm gonna give you all real stuff, no fluff. I'll see you guys on the inside. Let's roll.